Okay. Hopefully this will go this time. Yes, we're running. We're up and running finally, Tamilee. How cool is that?
Yay! Let's do
Woohoo!
this.
Let's do it. Finally. Yep, this should be 40 minutes maximum. No longer than that, I hope. And away we go whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yes, we are ready. Woohoo! Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Kennedy. This is Tamilee Webb, and we are doing the coffee chat at nighttime. Yeah, Chris and Tamilee. How you doing?
I'm doing good out here in California.
Yes, great. That's awesome. We love it in California, and it's in San Diego, right?
Yes, I'm in one of the North Beaches in San Diego, and we finally have some clear sky and nice weather. So uh, I think the weather's changing.
That's beautiful. Yes. I hope it changes here soon, probably in another 3 months, 2 months, three. Well, my weather in New York and New Jersey, where I am, I'm in near the Jersey Shore. I'll tell you exactly where off the air. I promise, Tammy Lee. I think you know where I am, but yeah, it's been snow. It's been very snowy. Like it hasn't been standing on the ground, but some places it did. New
Hmm.
York, it had parts of Pennsylvania, portions of Pennsylvania. But thank goodness it stopped here and the skies brightened up. So, and sometimes the problem is, yeah, so sometimes the problem is like it's cold one week and it's warm one another week, and sometimes it's warm for like 2 or 3 weeks and then it gets cold for like 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
A nice little tease, huh? It's kind of good. We had a week of rain and now it's beautiful sunshine, and I think some more rains to come, but that's okay. We got blue skies and get out and get some vitamin D. And then when
Absolutely.
it rains again. We need it.
It rains again, it rains again. Absolutely. We need it. Yeah, great to get vitamin D and go outside. I walk when I can, when I get my coffee or whatever. And speaking of coffee, my friends,
Mm.
my cardiologist told me I was drinking too much coffee. So he said, actually, you want to be careful. Just keep it down to a small single cup or two.
Can I ask you, Chris, how you make your coffee? Are you a press
Yes,
guy? Are you a Keurig guy?
I
Or
do
are you
Keurig. Yes. Well,
okay?
and what was your other
So,
question? I'm sorry.
well, my question about that is because I love coffee. I love the smell of coffee. I love coffee in the morning, and that's
Yeah.
usually when I have it is just a cup in the morning. It's very rare for me to have cup anytime during the day, but my 1 to 2 cups of coffee. And my boyfriend and I were reading a lot about it.
Nice.
We like coffee, but at the same time, we had a Keurig, and he's like, I really think that this is probably not great for us because of the plastic. And as it turns out,
Oh
you are
my.
getting microplastic if you are using the Keurig pods in the plastic thing because it heats up and it melts into your coffee. So we switched
Wow.
ours out. We took it completely out. We got what is it? I think it's a Hamilton Beach, and I can do just like a Keurig, but I get organic filters because you want a filter that will help with any cholesterol. And then we put the coffee in there, and I get the whole bean so I can ground it up so it's really fresh. And oh my gosh, it's night and day, and I know that I'm not drinking any plastic. So that's my 2 cents when it comes to coffee.
That's awesome. Wow. So your boyfriend told you about the coffee maker, right?
Yes, he was the one that was he because he drinks a lot
Really?
more coffee than I do. I have one
Oh
or two cups,
my.
and that's it. But there's so much plastic in our environment and in our everyday life. I mean, I don't even use plastic containers anymore. They're all glass. We try and go as organic and glass as we can, because there's so much plastic in our day-to-day life that it's going inside of our body. So we need to stop that. We need to really look at what's going in our bodies.
Thank you for letting us know, and thanks to your boyfriend for telling me about this, because if you know what I mean, because I'm going to probably go for the Mr. Coffee pot again.
Yeah, it's probably better, and just get, an organic filter. You want it
Yeah,
filtered, and it's probably better coffee.
get an organic filter that's decanted, you said, right? Or what were you saying?
Yeah, or I get the ones that are non-bleach. So they're the non-bleach organic little, they're just the little ones, just like the pods for the Keurigs, but it's a 1 cup and makes 8 ounces, or you can make a 14 ounce. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Tamilee, thank you guys for that.
So that's my coffee tip for the day.
Very good. I thank you, folks.
Mm,
Yes. So I told you this show would be more educational, more informative, more knowledgeable than all the other shows. A lot of entertainment, but you get more knowledge out of it too, which is good. Yeah. So that's what I like about it. You learn a lot, and I learn a lot as I do this show, about whether it's about coffee or fitness or mental well-being, mental wellness.
yes. And boy, there's so much mental health going on right now. It's kind of like the new buzzword.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about mental health. And during COVID, so many, I think mental health went up like 400%. 400%. It affected every single one of us in some way or another. And it goes to show you, like when I work with clients, I always tell them, I'm not working with you just for physical side of it. There's a physical body, there's a mental body, and there's an emotional body. And that emotional body will affect everything else. So your whole physical body, you've got to have mental health.
That's very sweet of you, Tamilee, to be concerned about people's emotional well-beings and mental. It's just as important as physical. I
Yes.
agree. Yes. Well, I do want to thank you so much for liking my Jane Fonda workout and retro sweat tribute that I posted on
Yes, I
Instagram
saw that.
and
Uh-huh.
on YouTube, and it's on all over the internet. Thank you for liking that.
Mhm.
So, about the coffee thing that you said, Tammy Lee, and the mental wellness, if any of you have any questions, comments, if any of you can relate to what we're talking about, we want to hear from you. I opened up the comment lines and the chat lines so I can read them. And of course, you can email us at ckennedy.games@gmail.com. And of course, you can ask Tammy Lee whatever you want. Mingle with us, mingle with her, mingle with me. Say what's on your mind. I want to know if you can
Yeah,
relate
we
to any
want to
of
hear
this.
from you.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. So I want to know. Yeah, we have a lot going on. Like I do my music, I do my exercise, still battling that weight loss. However, gone down 11 lbs, 11 pounds,
And how did you
12
do that,
pounds.
Chris?
Well, my doctor gave me a wake-up call in the doctor's office. He said my cholesterol has, because of my depression, I was doing the feel good, uh, the F word, the feel
Yeah.
good shit, as would be the best way. I was doing the eating like a lot of food that was like of all
Comfort
kinds.
food. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of it was not the best, some of it was good comfort food, but they told me my cholesterol severely spiked,
Hmm.
severely increased. So, and then they said you can prevent this by like starting a diet, like eating more vegetables and fruits, fibers, less processed carbohydrates, and processed food. So
Right.
I started doing that. I started drinking green juice and eating vegetables for breakfast and half a
Uh-huh.
bagel instead of the whole bagel on most days. And ended up losing 11 pounds, and my cholesterol is getting lower.
Good.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
I'm a protein girl. I'm all about protein. I believe that you should be eating a lot of protein. Protein for breakfast. You should have protein for your second or third lunch. I mean, I usually eat maybe 2 meals a day. It's rare for me to snack in between. I will do some intermittent fasting from time to time. And if I don't do, usually my intermittent fasting will be like a 16-8. So 16 hours I'm
Yes.
fasting, 8-hour window to eat.
Wow.
But if you can't, think of it this way. If I go 12, 4, and 4. So most everybody can do 12 hours. That's like getting your sleep on and then, getting up and doing something. But your digestive system, your insulins, everything needs a little bit of a break. And it seems like we just constantly want to feed it. And we don't need as much food as we think that we need. And then the choices that we're making. So if you think, okay, I've got to get my protein in, what are my choices of protein? There's tons of great choices. Hopefully you like eggs. Eggs are
I
a great
do.
source of protein. And my favorite is probably a poached egg. I like poached eggs. And I will have poached eggs. And if I feel like having my carb in the morning with my poached egg and some avocado on it, that is a great combination. I've got some good fats in there. I've got my carbohydrates and my protein. So yeah, it's
Awesome.
really about your choices. Let me ask you, Chris, did your doctors recommend any medication?
No, not at the time. They actually,
Good.
I could have been on Lipitor, but they said let's try it without medication.
Well, you can change all of that. You do not, I mean, my hat's off to your physicians for not
Thank
recommending that you go
you.
on
Oh,
medications, okay?
yes.
Because if you can make lifestyle changes by, changing up what you're doing, what you're putting in your body, getting the activity that you need to do. This will make a difference where it can
Yes.
totally change everything. You don't necessarily, and I'm not saying that nobody should ever take any medication. It really depends on where you're at. But if you will make those lifestyle changes, both internally and externally, you'll see a big difference.
Absolutely. I thank you for that, Tamilee. Yes.
Mhm.
Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it's better to do it the natural way. That's what a lot of people
Yeah.
say. Whether it's losing, going down some pounds. It's like, because I once thought of, what is it called? Yeah, I once thought of going under the knife, like a what do you call it, bariatric or a liposuction. I once thought of
Mhm.
weight loss
Or the gastric.
operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. The thing of it is you still have to make a lifestyle change. And those will certainly force you to do it. But it, I always talk about it as your landscape. So your landscape is what you're used to. It's your habit. So when you're used to doing X, Y, and Z, your body is used to that and it has a memory and that's where it's happy. A good example would be, do you remember The Biggest Loser, the show The Biggest Loser?
Yes, yes, I
Okay, so The
do.
Biggest Loser, I mean, these people had a lot of weight to lose. And I know that the show, whenever you're doing a production like that, they want to squeeze that in like a maybe 3 months a time. Well, to lose that much weight over 3 months is not always the healthiest. It's like
No,
the slowest, consistency will get you there, but 99% of them definitely put back on the weight because their bodies remembered the old landscape. And if you're not going to continue with the new landscape that you've been putting yourself through, it's going to eventually pull you back into the old one. So it's not to make a big change all at once. So for you, of all the things that you think that you do that are maybe not considered healthy, what what would you say is the worst one that you do?
well, the worst one I do is probably eat like buttered foods or whatever, creamy foods.
So
And so,
you like creamy and buttery stuff, right?
yes, and that causes me sometimes to fall asleep early and I don't get to exercise like I want to. I don't get to take the long walks.
Mhm.
I don't get to hit the bike or the weights.
Okay, so I would say to you as your coach, I would say, all right, Chris,
Yes.
guess what? Let's take out for this week, let's eliminate those. So if it's
Yeah.
creams, you are not to have any creams for that week, but I'm going to
Yeah.
give you alternatives
Uh-huh.
to help that those foods that you're thinking are the creamy stuff that are really yummy and good to try another way of making that to
Yes.
offset that. So if you think about it, okay, if I can give up a week of it, and anybody can do 7 days, right? And if you
Mm-hmm.
can't do 7 days, thinking of, okay, today, I'm not going to do it today. If I get through today, then great, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I mean, there's always something. But instead of making that big change all at once, I would just make little changes for you as you go along. And if you say, well, those are the heavy foods that are obviously, making you tired, falling asleep, and not getting to your workouts, then we've got to find a workout time that is right for you. Is it first
Exactly.
thing in the morning?
I would
So,
say sometimes first thing in the morning, sometimes the early afternoon. Yeah, sometimes like 5 o'clock at nighttime, like PM, 5 p.m.
yeah, but you've got to say, okay, I'm going to be consistent with my workouts and I'm going to do them in the mornings, but these other 2 days I can't do the mornings because I have this commitment. Then, all right, then let's make it, if it's at 5 o'clock, then we have a 5 o'clock. How are you going to make sure that you do get there and do it? Well, that's where coaches come in. We're the ones that are reminding you. You have
Yeah,
you have to be committed to it.
be
Elsewhere,
accountable.
if you're not right, if you're not that disciplined with just yourself, then you're probably not going to do it. And
Yes.
that's why people hire personal trainers or coaches to make
Yeah.
sure that, okay, let's do this. I'm going to meet you at the gym, or we're doing this online, or however we're going to do it. We're there. So you're most
Yeah.
likely not going to let them down, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Good idea. Thanks for reminding me to take my water.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Lots
this
of,
is good. That's what you always drink this water or green juice or
Mhm.
whatever you can when you work out or between breaks, like in between.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure all of you can remember that. You, especially you fitness fanatics out there, know it by heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what projects have you been up to as of late? Like anything going on new with you?
Well, I'm still doing some personal training.
Cool.
I usually don't take more than 10 clients in person. And then I have my online webworkouts.com, which is all my streaming, all my old stuff. And then I, promote or tape new workouts each month with a newsletter, some
Yes.
nutrition. Yeah, so people
Cool.
can work out with me there, as
That's
well
good.
as I do a Zoom class every Thursday with my members. And if you're not a member, you can still take a class. You just have to pay a small fee for it. But yeah,
Cool.
I do it every Thursday at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then, but the other great thing that I'm working on, Chris, so
Yeah.
I love being outdoors. As a fitness person and a group X person, you're usually indoors teaching classes.
Yes.
And my home gym is kind of an outdoor with a screen. So it's kind of outdoor, indoor, but I love being outside, whether I'm hiking. I used to play a lot of tennis, but now I'm into pickleball.
That's good. I love both.
Love pickleball. So another fitness friend and friend of mine and I've gotten together because we're huge enthusiasts of pickleball as well as fitness. And we noticed that people are not warming up before they play pickleball. They think that
Mhm.
getting out there and dinking is a warm up. And it's not at all. You've got to do something physically that's going to, lubricate the joints, stretch the body.
Do
and get you
warm-up stretching.
prepared, get you prepared to get on the course to have a more
Yes.
vigorous workout. Because pickleball, even though I don't even consider that my workout, because that to me is fun.
Yeah.
I try and keep my heart rate up. But what we notice is that people have not learned how to combine the two of fitness and pickleball. So we're putting together some programs that people could do to get kind of a nice little warm up prior to them going out on the course. Because one of the number one injuries these days that orthopeds are seeing are from pickleball players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on lately. We're going to be having a podcast uh,
Cool.
that we're going to do,
I like
and
that.
we have our it's called pickleball prehab. So it's getting people, instead of rehab, it's prehab, getting you ready for pickleball.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I'm very glad you're going to be doing a podcast again. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your own, which is nice. I want to talk to you about the ebook, your ebook called Ageless. Oh, before I go into that, I should do your Zoom classes, even though I pay the small fee, and then I can do it with you folks.
Yeah, absolutely. You
I
would
have to try it. Yeah.
just go to Web Workout and go to up on top, it'll say schedule, and you can click on the schedule. It'll tell you what the next workout is, and you can
Yes.
click in there and sign up. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm there. I'm game for that.
Okay.
One day I have to become a member though again.
Yes, we miss you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear
Yeah.
Tamilee. I will become a member hopefully one of these days once I get the
Okay.
funds again. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
I've been planning a move, so I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
you're moving?
Yeah, I am. I'm planning to. I have no idea where I'm looking at places nearby. Might get
Mm-hmm.
a second home. I don't know. But
Yeah, that can be stressful moving, huh? But if you look at the positive side, it's like you get to
yes,
clean everything out
I
and
know.
start over fresh. I love that because
Exactly.
spring's around the corner, and I've been slowly just cleaning out my cupboards and my refrigerator, and oh, it feels so good when things are just cleaned out. Like old stuff, get rid of it. If you're not using it, you don't need it. It could be somebody else's treasure.
Exactly. And I've been selling some of my old stuff. So that's good. Yeah, it's good to sell your old whatever's exactly somebody else's treasure, like you said. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So if you have any questions, please email us at ckennedy.games and comment on the YouTube feed. I want to see your comments, everybody. Let me and Tammy Lee hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna do we're gonna do your ebook, which is called Ageless Through the Decades. I read that on one of your interview sites with a girl named Kim.
Yeah, and I've only there was the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s plus. And
Gotcha.
um I haven't completely released all of them. And I think
Mhm.
when I started, I was in my 50s. Now that I'm in my 60s, I probably should get with it. But the thing
Gotcha.
about aging is that how you choose to live your life, and it's not just by taking care of your body physically, but as well as mentally, having less stress. Uh, it's it's all about a balance.
Yeah.
Is that you can use as much creams as you want on your face. You can do
Yeah.
all these things, but if you're not taking care of yourself, both internally as well as externally, then it doesn't come together. So I always like to say, if you could unzip your body and we took a look on the inside, what would that look like? Would somebody go, wow, nice liver there, Chris? Look at your heart.
Why?
It is nice and big, and those lungs, they're so clear.
Oh boy.
But we can't see that. We can't
Exactly.
see any of that until maybe something happens and we realize, whoa, my liver needs attention.
Yeah.
And I would say a lot of times, whenever I see somebody drinking, now nothing wrong with whatever your choice of drinking. I'm
Mhm.
Swiss Italian. We love wine. I grew up having
Gotcha.
wines with good dinners, but it's your liver that's going to be affected. So whatever it is that you're doing to your body, you have to understand it's affecting you internally. So as we get older too, going through the decades, in your 40s, 30s not so much, but in your 40s your body slowly starts to change, and all of a sudden you're going, wow, I have this little muffin top. That's where it starts, okay? Because there's things that
Yeah.
are changing internally. And so for women, the whole reproductive system is slowing down, and we're not producing as much estrogen as we used to. And then, of course, we start going through the change. So you will see people's bodies change, and you're going to change. Your body cells are constantly reinventing themselves. So the way that you looked when you were in your 20s or your 30s is not what you're going to look like in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. It just isn't.
Exactly. Well said. So you're gonna hopefully get the books done one of these days, you said, right?
Yeah, I think I released the 40s, but I
That
hadn't
could,
done the 50s and the 60s. I got to finish those.
and those 40s could apply to me because I'm in
Yeah.
my 40s now. Well over my 40s, well past into my 40s. So yeah, good. That's a good one, Tamilee. Thanks for that.
Sure.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So we have another subject. Workouts are not, so I wanted to go over something that I realized, and maybe you can agree with me or you have some insight into this, but I think workouts are not exactly the same for everybody. Now, I read that from one of your interviews that you go over that, like as we
Yeah.
age or no matter our weight or many factors play into it. Like we need like different programs for our
Yes.
bodies, exercise.
Yeah, and that's why I mean, as a coach myself, a personal trainer, is that everybody's body is different. So I'm not going to do the same workout for one client as I'm going to do for another. Age will go into factor. If anybody's on medication, if they've
Mm-hmm.
got any injuries. So it used to be in my 20s, I ran a lot. In my 30s, I was still probably doing some high impact aerobics. And
Mm.
as I've gotten older, and especially now, I have arthritis in my knees. My knees are
Oh
not,
boy.
I've got some torn meniscus. So I can't,
Uh-huh.
running is totally out of the question unless I'm doing it on
Uh-huh.
a trampoline or I'm doing it on a bike, but I still keep my body in motion. You got to keep your body moving. But your body, for every workout, a workout for some could
Absolutely.
be like just a
A
walking.
walk, definitely a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Chris,
Yeah. Go ahead.
if you and so I live near the beach, and we have all these stairs that go down to the sand and
Oh,
up, and we
cool.
use those as workouts sometimes. And it's really hard going up those steps. Do you ever find yourself winded when you go up a bunch of steps?
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
Most of the
Okay.
time.
So for someone like you, you're a bigger guy. You're holding
Uh-huh.
more weight than what I am. So it's
Exactly.
probably going to be, even though I'm older, for
Yep.
me to go up those stairs, it's going to be cardiovascular wise easier than you, but my knees may not feel as good as maybe what your knees are. However, when you have extra weight on your body, it is hard on your joints. It's weight on your joints. And when you're young, you have synovial, we call it synovial fluid. Think of it as like
Yes.
WD-40 that protects the joints. And as we get older, that slowly dries up. And that's how we get like bone on bone. And it's very painful. So there, most likely I'm going to say, okay, you and I are not going to do the stairs, but
Gotcha.
I might put us on a trampoline,
I like the trampoline. Yeah.
or I might put us in a pool
I like
because
swimming, Timmy.
the water becomes, our bodies become buoyant in the water. So it's not so hard on the joints.
When you said pool, I have to tell you, I do water aerobics like I'm a swimmer.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Legs of Steel aerobics. Those
Mhm.
days, I feel myself as I was doing it back in the '90s when I'm in the pool, like doing my leg workouts and the weights, and then I swim the laps and the kickboard and I stretch, even do dancers like ballerina stretches in the pool
Yeah.
to get limber. It's like
Because it
anything.
feels good in there, huh? Your body is
Yeah,
floating. Yeah, it's floating.
I like the pool. I think the pool's a great idea.
The pool is a really good place, especially if you have injuries or for beginners. You don't have to be a swimmer. You can always be in
Absolutely. Yeah.
the
Shallow end.
shallow, thank you, shallow end
That's okay.
where you're
Yeah,
just even, if it's waist high, so you can get your
absolutely.
lower body, but you do want to get your this part down in the water. And when you're pushing the water, even with your
Yeah,
hands, if you cup them, you're cupping
exactly.
the water, and that water is a
Yes.
form of resistance
Oh yeah.
that is working your muscles. And so your body doesn't feel that pounding as you would if we were out walking. Now, don't get me wrong, walking is fabulous. Everybody should be out walking, getting
Yes.
their steps in. I mean, who can't walk? I mean, yes, if you've got some hips and knee issues, I get it because I feel my knees sometimes. But boy, getting my body out there and just walking or hiking, I love hiking because it's like going up hills and down hills and up hills, and it's like an anaerobic or a hit because you're got to work really hard to get up the hill and then you go back down the hill. So
Yeah. Those
so many
California
ways.
hills.
Yeah, so many
Especially,
ways to get a good workout.
yes. Oh, yes. Especially like that can be prevalent in the treadmill, or if you walk in like from I heard, if somebody walks in Los Angeles, California, down those Hollywood hills and up those Hollywood
Yeah,
hills. Oh my, those I think
yeah,
Hollywood, like the Los Angeles is worse than San Diego. I like
yeah,
San Diego
probably.
hills much better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can deal with San Diego much better. Yeah. So what else? As we get older, we need different exercise programs, obviously. We went through that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it is.
Well, look at Elaine, Jack LaLanne's wife. So
Yeah.
Lala is, gosh, what is she now? Not, oh, I know she's close to 100, and
Wow.
she just keeps moving. Her thing,
Yes.
I can't see very well or hear very well, but I can still move. I've got two legs, I got two arms, and I can still move my body. And it's just keeping herself moving, keeping her mind engaged. So one of my oldest clients, one of my clients is 85. He's a guy.
Cool.
And so we work a lot with
Yeah.
neuromuscular, trying to get the brain working with the body. So some of the exercises I do are eye movements, things for him to
Yes.
keep his eye on the finger.
Mm-hmm.
Or we will do games like you and I can try this. So if you put up your thumb and your finger like this,
Mm-hmm.
all right, ready?
Yeah.
Now switch.
Okay, we did we switch it right? Yeah. Okay, I think.
So one is finger and one is thumbs.
So you
There you
want to do
go. Now
this is a
switch,
little tricky, but I think I got it.
switch,
Switch and
and
switch.
switch,
And we're
and switch.
switching.
So that
I think I
makes
got it now.
your mind got to think about this, right? Okay, I've got a
Exactly.
finger and I've got a thumb, and then I'm going
And
to
you want to
switch it.
alternate it. Yeah.
But at the same time, so it would be like if you
Of
were
the
patting your head and rubbing
leader.
your belly.
Yeah. So it would be like Simon
So
says.
pat your head and rub your belly.
Yeah,
Can't see rubbing the belly, but
I'm gonna
normally,
stand, just,
there you
I
go.
guess.
So this would be your dominant side, right? So I'll rub my chest. Now
Yeah, if you
switch
could,
it.
with the
You
other
got to think
hand.
about it.
Yeah,
You got to rub and you got to pat. So it makes your mind think, because if you're dominant one side, let's say you're right-handed and you're always brushing your teeth with your right hand, you brush your hair with your right hand. Now you got to
yeah,
do it with the other. It makes your brain think about this because it's not the natural landscape that we normally do. So I always say, take a day where you can do something totally opposite of what you normally do. So if you're right-handed, be left-handed that day.
yes. And whenever I eat like with utensils, I eat with both hands. Like,
Mhm.
I eat with my left one day, or I eat with my right, or I cut with my right
And
or
then try
left.
and do it the other way. So if you normally cut with the right, cut with the left,
Yeah,
it makes you think about it.
exactly. And I'm usually left-handed when I write, but sometimes I like to try it with my right hand.
Good.
Drawing with my right hand, just for shits and giggles, as they call it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
It's for fun, just for fun. We're gonna
Yeah.
draw with our right hand. It's fun, exciting. It's good
Yeah.
talent. And you can do it with both hands.
Yeah. So,
Good to know. Yeah. Oh my, we're learning a lot here. So yeah, so nutrition programs are different for everybody. And there's no definitive diet, obviously. Right? You agree
no,
with that, right?
well, one of my dear friends, her name is Sonia Marie
Yes.
Nutrition. I usually send some of my clients, we sometimes share clients because her whole thing is holistic nutrition,
Gotcha.
um, and gut health. And she bases the majority of someone's nutrition as well as their gut on their blood type.
Yes.
So you've heard of the blood type diet. So understanding what your blood type is will tell you usually your body is better at something with certain foods. So I'm A positive. So A
Wow,
positive,
cool.
I really probably should be having a lot more vegetables
Yeah,
and fiber
gotcha.
than I do with some of the protein. So, but like I said earlier on the podcast, I like protein. Protein is a must. I want you to get as much protein as you can. Um, but I also, being raised on a farm,
Mhm.
we had fresh beef, pork, chicken. We had it all. There was a time that I stopped eating beef, and then I went back to it because I realized
Yeah,
I like it. I don't have it constantly or every day, but
neither do
I
I. Neither do I.
definitely have it once a week. And so by having these types of protein, um,
I
I
understand.
like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand how you
but
feel. Yeah,
you got to look at what it is that you're eating. So you got to go, okay, that's why a lot of nutritionists, they'll have you write out, let's look at what you're eating. What's a typical day for you? How many meals are you eating a day? Are you grazing all day? Do you know how much you're eating? So are you, filling up your plate? Are you going back for seconds? Are you having desserts? So you got to look at all of that, and then you go, okay, so looking at this, I can already tell that for you, Chris, you like a lot of the sauces, the butters, right? So what
sometimes, yes,
I would be doing with you is having you slowly eliminate some of that for the first
exactly.
week. It's like sugar. I'm a sugar girl.
Me
I'm
too.
when I say sugar, it's sugar like cake and cookie
Cookies, chocolate.
with Valentine tomorrow.
I
Um,
know. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
It's not like, I'm not a candy person. Like I don't buy
I
candy
know.
bars or anything like that. It's, if I
Gotcha.
have candy, I'm gonna have a C's candy or something. But
Oh, what candy?
C's candy,
What's the C's candy? Is that those? What do you? What?
SEES, C's candy. I know
Uh,
you guys have them out there.
I have to look it up. I forgot what they were. Well, they're not the chocolate ones, right? No, right?
Oh, they have chocolate. They have all kinds, caramel.
Oh, I know what you're talking
They
about.
have creams that,
Yes.
yeah,
I
they
know
have
it
all kinds.
now.
Mhm.
Yes. 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 I'm gonna look it up again. But yeah, I know what you, but what are you gonna
Yes.
say? I apologize.
Yeah. And so it's taking what you're already doing and kind of, okay, where can we take a little out? But if you're going to take a little out, what can we put in that's going to be a healthier replacement? So for instance, if you've got to really have chocolate, take a raspberry and put one of the dark chocolate chips in it, put it in the
Exactly.
freezer, and it's a great little chocolate snack
Chocolate treat snack. Yeah, I love
or
that.
dessert. Because I've tried to get away from, I don't need to do snacks.
Yeah.
It's a wasted calories. If you're going to eat and eat healthy and eat 2 to 3 meals, period.
Gotcha. Something to
Yeah.
grow on, to think about, to learn. Thank you for that, Tamilee. Yes. So what is grazing again? You said some, are you
Grazing,
grazing?
grazing, it it was brought up a while, I don't even remember which decade, but people would say, oh, just graze all day instead of having like big meals, just, graze. So you're always, picking something. And I am not a grazer. I don't
Neither am
recommend it
I.
for my people because your body needs rest. That's why getting good sleep, your body's in repair mode. And you don't want to go to sleep on a full stomach. You definitely don't want sugar before you go to bed. If you can eat 3 hours before you go to bed, now your body has time to repair itself. Obviously, getting at least, if you can get 8, 9 hours sleep, 7, that is better than getting 4 or 5 hours sleep. Your body needs that time to repair itself.
Gotcha. Absolutely. And the other question, so I'm an so when you're an A positive, you said, right? A plus, so A
Yes.
plus. So that means you should be eating, you said you should be eating fruits and what else? And
Vegetables. So I should be more of a vegetarian. I'm not going to be a
gotcha, fruits.
vegetarian. It's not going to happen.
I know. I'm trying to
Not,
become a
not
vegetarian.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
I understand.
I like healthy, I buy organic or grass fed, try to buy
Good.
local farms. Um, you've got to know where your foods are from because here in America, I'm telling you, the food that they sell us is terrible. Terrible.
Exactly.
I
Agreed.
I heard somebody say, and I've heard this before because I've traveled a lot to other countries. Crackers should never ever be allowed. Just Ritz crackers are, well, there's so many that are so bad here. You won't find those in other countries. There's a lot of American foods that you will not find in other countries because they put things in it that is really killing our guts, that's making us fat. Yeah, you could say, well, just don't eat it, but it's like addicting. They'll
It's an
put
addiction.
to get you to come back. It's like, yeah, I
Exactly.
can't stop. I just want to keep putting it in my mouth.
Sort of like McDonald's.
Yes, I remember I'd gone in for a yearly exam to my doctor, and the nurse that was helping me, she says, "You don't recognize me, do you?" And I said, I'm sorry, I don't. And she goes, I'll just use her name, Patty. It's
Okay.
Patty. And I've been, Dr. So-and-so's nurse forever. And the last time you saw me, I was 35 pounds heavier. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so tell me, what did you do, Patty? Because she lost all this weight. And she said, I stopped going to McDonald's. I go, how often were you going to McDonald's? She goes, well, sometimes I'd be in a hurry and I would go in the mornings. I would, swing by there, get something for breakfast, and then it would be late going home. So I'd swing by there to get something for dinner. And she goes, the minute I stopped going, it just started falling off because she wasn't putting food in her mouth that didn't equal good nutrition. And you got to remember that when you're going to these fast food places,
Yes.
and don't think that like Panera bread is all that healthy for you, or
Gotcha.
what are some of Chick-fil-A, all of
Yeah.
these In-N-Out burgers,
Uh-huh.
telling you people
Oh
once in a
my.
blue moon, fine, but it should not be on the regular diet. And if you would just cut that out. Now, for some people,
Yeah.
it's just maybe they're drinking too much alcohol. They can just cut out alcohol and they'll see the weight fall off of them
Exactly.
because alcohol has tons of calories in it.
Yes. Awesome. Well, we have 3 people tuning in. We got many more else out there. Can you relate? Please send me your comments, send me your emails, and we'll send Tamilee your emails too and your comments. Can you relate to what we're saying? I'm an O positive. My blood type's an O positive, so I'm a
Oh,
universal
then
donor.
you're a meat person. I
Maybe
think
because
positive
I
is
was saying I was gonna try to be a vegetarian. It's been so hard.
no, you shouldn't be a vegetarian, but you should be eating lots of vegetables for sure.
Yes, definitely. I like to eat seafood.
You see food and eat it, or see food?
No, no. I know you know the idea of seafood, the joke, the concept. I said,
Yeah.
when I say seafood, I'm serious. I'm talking about actual seafood, like
Okay. And what's your
tuna.
favorite seafood?
I like, what do you call it? Shrimp, crab, tuna, salmon, definitely. I like
Yeah,
lots
salmon's
of
my
big.
favorite.
uh, When I used to eat bagels, yes, awesome.
Yeah.
So whenever I get half a bagel, I put like lox on it or smoked salmon and light
Mm.
cream cheese instead of the whole fat cream cheese. I'll get the very light cream cheese.
Okay, now that's where I would differ. I am a
Yeah.
girl that will go for the real fat, the good fat.
Sure. Oh my.
Because, because remember when low fat, everything became low fat and
In
we
the
still got
80s.
fat.
Yeah.
When growing up on a farm, we made our own butter because we milked our cows and we had all this cream. So we had real cream and we'd make butter from it. When you have the real stuff, nothing compares to it. And it's better to have real stuff than anything that is chemical bound. Got a drink.
Absolutely. No problem. Take your time. Mariana, my friend Mariana and Ronald, they were teaching me they were telling me exactly what you were saying, Tamilee, what you're telling me. They were saying exactly, and what they were telling me, don't don't get the low fat, get the whole fat because it's more
Yeah.
organic.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, especially, I mean, you're gonna have a bagel. I mean, okay, have a bagel. Have the lox and have real organic cream cheese on
Sounds
it.
good.
Don't put tons of it, just enough where it's the
Some
right amount.
tablespoons, yeah.
Yes, and just like anything, it's just not overdoing it. Just get a taste for it.
Gotcha. Tamilee, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Does anybody have any questions or comments? We're gonna give you like a few minutes before we go, but Tamilee, I had so many more questions to go over, but can we save it for another time? Because I don't want to take too much
Sure.
of your time.
Sure, we can do that, Chris.
I know you
Thank
have
you
to go.
for having me.
My pleasure, dear. I know, Tamilee, my friend, you have to go places, so I don't want to take too much. It's been the hour, and I promised you 40 minutes, and it took a while to set up and takes a while to strike down. So, but thank you for being patient with me. I wanted to
Sure.
know, yeah, so I wanted to know if you would like to plug anything, like any projects, any new services that are upcoming, that you have anything else you want to plug?
Well, it's really my web workouts. If you go to web workouts, two B's, that's my last name,
Yes.
.com, and you can sign up for a free 7-day trial. You just, if you're not going to continue, you just make sure that you take your credit card off. You can cancel at any time.
Mhm.
It's only if you do the monthly subscription, it's only $12.99.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
that's
If you
pennies.
want the premium where you get to have me every week, and I get on like this, I get on before my Zoom classes, I talk to
I
everybody,
like that.
answer any questions, and then we do our workout. I follow it up after our workout, and then I do the recording. I send everybody the recording of the workout so they have it. And that membership I think is $19.99 a month, but you can cancel at any time. And then be looking for oh, I do have some new products, some clothing.
Cool.
So if you go to tamileeweb.com, I have accessories and clothing now. I also
Nice.
have an Amazon page for the products that I use the most. You can
Yeah,
just order them there. Um,
awesome.
yeah, so be looking for my pickleball prehab because it is still exercise, but they're
Yeah,
exercises that will get you ready to prepare to play pickleball or even tennis or just being doing anything outdoors. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I like that you're having your clothing, your accessories, and you're linking your Amazon purchases, like what you like from Amazon onto your page, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna stop by. I'm definitely gonna stop by there again. Yeah, so I'd love to have you, Tamilee. I'd love to have you on in a few weeks and do this again.
Okay, let's do it.
Awesome, good job. Well, you're
Okay. Well,
wonderful,
thank you, Chris.
Tamilee.
It was an honor to be on your show
You
again.
definitely had a good episode. Thank you so much again, Tammy Lee. And we will see you next time, everybody. And Tammy Lee, you take care.
You
Thank you
too.
so much. And we'll
Hmm.
see you again.
All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Take care. Thank you.